What's good with the YouTube or Conference Perspective? It's your boy, Big Flaco. With my co-host, Senor Rojo, you already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to smash, dash, slide on through, as always, a little bit of energy. So last night, I dropped a real quick exclusive breaking news about a Sureno out there in Tulare County that just got sentenced to death. So me and Ro decided that we're going to elaborate a little bit about this case and give our perspective of it, man. But Ro got some real short article he's going to read first, and we're going to get straight to it.
Yeah, this is just more so you guys understand why he got the death penalty real quick. This is from Fox 26. Visalia gang member sentenced to death for committing multiple murders. 32-year-old Noel Herrera was sentenced to death Tuesday in the Tulare County Superior Court in Porterville. Herrera is known gang member by the name of Guilty. Listen to this. Investigators say Herrera committed his first shooting murder January 9th of 2010, killing 26-year-old Diego Lupercio. He was also found to have killed a 25-year-old Larry Knight III in a drive-by shooting April 24th of 14. February 5th of 17, another drive-by. No one was injured though. 3 days later, February 18, 2017, shot and killed 20-year-old Eduardo Ceballos. After being stopped by law enforcement the next day for speeding, a search of his vehicle turned up the firearm that linked him to the February 17 shooting. After a complete investigation, law enforcement and prosecutors filed the entirety of the case against Herrera. All the crimes took place in the city of Visalia. So I mean, that's a lot of murders, man.
Yeah,
that's just the ones he got caught for.
That's exactly what I was going to say, because once you're a shooter like that, you know what I'm saying, you just keep on at it.
Yeah.
The thing that I found interesting about this case, right? We'll touch about the death penalty case in a little bit, was his age that he was committing this. 27 years old, still doing drive-by shootings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's 32 now.
Yeah.
And he got arrested in February of 2017. So, you know, I always believe that you reach a certain age where you go from either changing your life or fucking now you're a criminal. Now you're involved in those type of activities. You still have to handle your business sometimes, right? But it has to be business related. You don't think of 27-year-olds out there gang banging and doing drive-by shootings and stuff like that. So, you know, that just goes to show his lack of maturity. You know what I'm saying? Some people never grow up, man. And maybe this is what he thrived upon, that type of reputation, recognition, and so forth. But the thing that's this comical is you have 3 hot ones that you know that you did. You're going to keep the gun in the car and then get pulled over for speeding and then not take off. I would have been out there. I would have been on a high-speed chase, running and all that. I'm not going to be like, here's the gun.
Tried to get rid of it, yeah. At least attempted, you know. Yeah, hey, like you were saying, man, 27, although that's still a younger man. It's at that age where the more gang banging type of mentality has usually, you know, graduated into more
criminal activities.
Yeah, you know, more of a leadership role, more of a big homie role, kind of. You know what I mean? And that. Putting in work like that with the drive-bys and stuff, man, that's not something you typically see at that age. I mean, I guess it happens. I'm sure, you know, more so in the 80s and stuff, it used to happen quite frequently because that's how people were just handling their business. But yeah, that is pretty odd, you know, that, hey, people are going to do what they're going to do. But yeah, he got the itch, man. He got that first shooting and something inside of him said, I
want to pose this question to you, right? Now, like, what is your thought of the death penalty on this case?
As far as California, they don't use the death penalty, so it's kind of a moot point. It's basically life without in California.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, dude, since I started going to the pen, I think they've only executed
3 people?
2 or maybe 3, yeah. You know, and one of them was more, the whole Tookie thing was kind of a political thing, really. You know
that's
what I'm
terrible.
saying? In my opinion. Because there's people way more deserving based on the, you know, everybody's a convicted murderer. Murder's murder, but there's more heinous people in there. There's people that have, you know, cannibalized and things of that nature, bro, that have taken out innocents, that have done. There's people that should have been, his spot on death row should have been more towards Z instead of A.
See, honestly, I get there has to be rules of conduct. You know, you commit a crime like killing someone, you know, you're gonna get life in prison. It is what it is. But as far as on the death row side, I have a hard time being supportive of that, unless it's heinous crimes or hideous crimes, stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's, we consider it unforgivable. It's kind of messed up in these type of cases, right? Because is he psychotic or is he just a product of his environment? Because see, I always believe, right, that living in that gang lifestyle, right, it's the cost of doing business, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's just what it is, bro. It ain't no psychotic actions or just heat of the moment. It's just, it is what it is, man. When you're gang banging out there as a youngster, or when we were gang banging, when I shot, I was trying to kill people when I was shooting, straight up. You know what I'm saying? And that was the mindset of a gang member. See, that's where he was wrong as far as his maturity level on that level. You know, but yeah, so I get stuck in between the death penalty cases when it comes to gang-related homicides because, you know, no one deserves to die. I'm not a supporter of violence, but I understand it. I used to live that lifestyle. I've been shot at. I've been shot. You know what I'm saying? I've been stabbed. I've had people try to take my life. So I get how it is when you're in that type of environment. You got to handle your business. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's why awareness, you know what I mean, for like these youngsters to understand the consequences of their actions, being involved in gangs, shootings and so forth, man. I mean, you know, it's just, it's gotten out of hand, man. Like there's another person just got arrested too out there in Richmond for a triple homicide that happened in Oakland.
I read that.
So this is
yesterday.
a common thing that's happening is people are just catching bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing. You know, I don't know if they figure, okay, whether I have one or three, it's the same. I don't know. You know what I mean? It really is nowadays. If there's no death penalty, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's crazy, bro.
I got a couple problems with the death penalty. Like I agree for certain type of heinous crimes, you know,
Me too.
innocent victims, women, children, elderly, you know, them deviant crimes, like crimes
Yeah,
against nature. Like you said, when you're involved in the lifestyle, you have to know that comes with the territory. You know,
exactly.
I mean, most people aren't forced to be representing their hood. You know, it's a voluntary choice, and you know, you might have, if you're a Crip, you know, maybe you get into it with the Bloods. You know, if you're a homeboy, you might get into it with the South. You know, if you're from one hood, you might get into it with another. Sometimes it's hands, sometimes it's bats, sometimes it's gunplay, and you have to be willing, if you're in that lifestyle, to receive that kind of a consequence, those kind of actions, whatever. The thing I don't like about the death penalty is that prosecutors, they use it when they see fit. So, you know, me and you could both have a murder robbery. They could try me for the death penalty. You could get 20 years. You know what I mean? And I just don't think it's cool for one person to basically have your life in their hands. You know, because I know people who got a couple murders, they could get out one day. I know people who got a couple murders, they're on death row. I don't see how in one county, if you commit the same type of crime, they'll prosecute it as a life sentence. And in
I agree,
another
bro.
county, you know, you might get
I,
prosecuted for death. That's just not fair to me based on, because I happen to be 20 miles this way, my punishment's going to be different. I don't think that's
see, I have
right.
a hard time with like anything to do with gangs and like you know, urban communities, hoods. You know what I mean? Because it's a little bit different there. It's an adapted lifestyle, bro. If you take a kid out of that environment and you give him a proper home, he's probably not going to turn into a killer. You get what I'm saying? So that's the hard part I have. I mean, as far as processing it, man, like what is the three bodies is a lot though. I'm just saying in general terms, you know, there's people been on death row just for one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 18 years old, made a bad mistake, bad choices, which any of us could have made at any time when we're doing
Robbery's
our job.
gone wrong. Hey, all you need is another felony committing during your murder to make it death penalty eligible.
You know, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm justifying murder because I'm not. There's no
Yeah,
justification of
not
it.
at all. Yeah,
I'm
you
just
got to
I'm
sit
just
down. Yeah, you got
I'm
to
just
sit
trying to
down.
I'm just trying to explain like from a former gang member's perspective when I was living that life. This was my thinking process. I didn't want to turn into a fucking shooter or anything like that. The environment put me in that position to have to do so. You know, I mean, it's a, you know, the thought to start shooting people just doesn't come out of nowhere. That's why you don't have certain people in certain neighborhoods that don't do it. It comes from your product of your environment, enemies and oppositions, gang banging. You get adapted to that. This domesticates you. This is how you're created. Therefore, you bred a shooter. You bred a killer. You know what I'm saying? I think there needs to be more responsibility and basically more responsibility on other people's hands when it comes to this, man. But you still need to have rules of conduct. So, you know, me and Cricket discussed this before, and it was kind of hard because we're like, man, we don't have a set time of what we think is necessary for people that of that age. This guy was over 27, so I mean, that says a lot about his character, that he's just a shooter. He likes to whack people. He likes to smack them back. But in general terms, man, you know, I think that it's hard to throw people's lives away at such a young age. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't get why, you know, California's got that, they call it like a moratorium or something like that. I don't remember the exact word they use on the death penalty. So nobody's getting executed. They're letting people off death row. Why bother? Is it just for, I don't understand what the district attorney or the county is seeking, what kind of recognition or what kind of, I mean, to have that on your resume as a prosecutor that you prosecuted a death penalty case.
Is that
a
conservative county though? Is it?
Man,
or is it a conservative?
Really
is it a conservative county that's run by the politicians? Conservative. That happens too.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I'd have to look into that a little
Okay.
further. But I mean, like in Texas, if you get the death penalty,
you're gonna die.
They're gonna give you the shot. You know what I mean? You're not gonna sit on death row for 25 years and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. So I just don't understand why they even bother pursuing it instead of just pursuing the LWOP. You know, you got 3 bodies, bro, gang related. Society has to secure themselves from you. That's just facts.
They could have saved a lot of taxpayer money just offering life without.
Hey, the guy's got 3. I mean, how many does he really have? If they could prove 3, I mean, come on, did you get caught for every one? I've committed thousands of felonies, bro. Thousands. Keep it 100. I got 19 felony convictions. If you look at it on paper, I'm an A+ criminal. Really? So, I mean, is this dude a straight F? I mean, did he fail on everything? Well, think about every
that got busted 19 times.
Listen,
right?
listen, Flacco. Think about all the felonies you've done. Listen, I make sense with what I'm saying. Hundreds, if not thousands. If I've done 1,000 felonies and I've only got caught 19 times, that's 1.9 times out of 100.
It's pretty good.
Okay. What does that come out to? 98.3%. That's an A+, bro.
Yeah.
You know, what I'm saying is making sense. I'm not trying to glorify or nothing like that. I'm just doing it in numbers. He didn't get caught for everything he's done, bro. Come on, man. There's no way. Nobody really does. Everybody, man, you start off stealing car stereos or something. You start off tagging on walls. You know, you start breaking into houses. You hit somebody with a bat. You stick somebody. You shoot somebody. You get away with it. Then you kill somebody and get caught. It's like, I mean, come on. That's not your first rodeo, bro.
This guy was killing people random.
He wasn't playing. He was not playing at all. But yeah, that death penalty thing, it's a hard one, man, because the state don't use it. It seems like a huge waste of taxpayer dollars because they automatically get X amount of appeals and this and that on a death penalty case. So they got all this other money coming. So why are you going to spend $1 million on a trial that you could have just spent fucking 50,000 on an LWOP? I don't get it. And they got to hire you certain kind of counsel, you know, for your death penalty case. It's not no public defender. They got to, you know what I mean? You get
this was a public relation thing, though. This was public relation, straight up. You know that. I know that.
Yeah, so, California either needs to get rid of the death penalty or use it. I mean, really, you know, am I for it? In certain cases, I am. Get them the hell out of here. You know what I mean? But for the most part, criminal lifestyle, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. I mean,
you know, there's a lot of sick people on death row that, you know, I personally fire up the chair for.
Man,
you know what
I've been looking at parole. I have some parole reviews, right?
Yeah.
There's some sick stuff that these people do, bro. Yeah. That are on those main lines, bro, from like the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
I got some whopper of cases, bro. I've been reading, bro. I'm like, wow. Some of the stuff that you would not imagine, and then the parole board still gives them parole. Stuff they shouldn't be getting parole. Man, I'm like, this dude should be on death row for this shit.
Other
You know what I'm saying?
motherfuckers got a gang crime or something, and they're not
No,
letting him
now, hey,
out.
bro,
Yeah.
I got some cases where like they go and they kidnap the dude and they kidnap his wife and then they make the dude watch while they do whatever they want to his wife, then they shoot him, then they shoot her. You know what I'm saying? And it's all like, because they don't hold nothing back when they give those parole board hearings. They put
Yeah.
everything that you did in the details of your case. And so I got a whole long list of cases I go through. It's crazy how some people will be used as a what's the right word, man? As basically as an example, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I don't understand how the I don't understand how the parole works when if you got a murder and somebody else has a murder, you guys have both did 25 years, you guys both got a similar criminal history. Why some people can go home and some people can't?
Yeah, I don't get it either, bro.
The justice
Makes no
system,
sense.
I mean, me and Gunnar talked about this, I think earlier today on the other channel. There's no reason that me and you should ever both get busted with an ounce of crack and I get probation and you go to prison.
Yeah.
Because you're in one county and I'm in like San Francisco, where they don't smoke crack on the streets, go take a dump. You know what I mean? Where they don't care.
It's the same penal code. You know what I mean? It makes no
Yeah.
sense.
And that's my thing with the death penalty is personal feelings become involved. If it was an automatic statute that says if you do this, this, and this, and this, it's not necessarily that though. It's the DA's discretion. Just like if you want to charge a kid as an adult, do you want to try this as a life without parole, or LWOP, or do you want to charge it as a death penalty case? That's one person is solely responsible for it. In California's case, whether you live or die, but in another community, the same thing happens here in Texas, bro.
Yeah.
You get a murder, I get a murder, man, you could come home in 20 years. Man, they're gonna juice me. Why? Because I'm in a conservative place and you're in a liberal place. That's not justice, bro. That's not justice, And that's my problem with the death penalty. Do I have a problem with it per se? No, man. There's sick people that, hey, I'm not God or nothing, but personally, me, but other things, it's like, nah, bro. Anyway, you look at it though, you got 3 bodies, you got to sit down. If you get caught, you leave the damn gun in the car.
It's a wrap.
What else can you do?
It's a wrap.
But anyway, story about a Sureno death penalty case out of Visalia.
He had some other code. It doesn't. He had another code defendant. I forgot the name though as well, man. But somehow the code defendant's charges got dropped or something, or he took lesser charges.
Well, you know what he was doing.
No, I don't know if he was doing that. I think maybe he took life instead.
Oh, okay. I thought
I don't know.
Dropped. I was like,
I don't want to
got dropped.
I want to know. I don't want to put no title on nobody, but I read a little back history on this dude.
Got you. Yeah, if they got all the way dropped and you had like an accessory or
I don't
sexual
know.
after the fact,
Don't
you
know
got
if
to
his
sit down.
charges got dropped. I don't know, but he was arrested with somebody else on one of the murder cases.
Yeah, we'll have to dig further into that one for sure. I'm curious. Hey, so what do you guys think, man? Let us know what you guys think about the death penalty, how it should apply. Do you think it's ethical? In the comments, man, we're curious. You know what I mean? You guys heard my point of view. Hey, for heinous crimes, yeah, bye. I don't care. That's me
I'm
personally.
kind of on board with Rojo. I'm on board with you.
So that's our opinion. Let us know what you guys think in the comments, man. We're curious to get some feedback on that. And yeah, this is just a quick one, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the story. If you guys haven't heard the first part, check out Real Talk with Flacco. He mentioned a little bit about it. That was yesterday, correct?
Last night when I heard the news, I just did a quick little video.
Yeah, so if you guys want to hear more, check out Real Talk with Flacco and check out the first part of it. Other than that, you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you mañana.